Hey guys, and welcome back to Pokemon. With our first gym badge in hand, it's time to go be a hero.
I don't know. I'm not really feeling that myself.
Will I get paid for this? What's that? No? Good. Good stuff.
You'll get paid in exposure and general good feelings, which I don't really think has an exchange rate.
I can't feed my Poochyena with gratitude, alright, unless it's like a Gratiberry.
Looks like the kids from Jet Set Radio got to that sign back there.
I just see the composer for that game, like, tweeting all the time nowadays, like, retweeting people who talk about the game. It's really jarring, actually.
Does he have any other work, I hope? Because now, that sounds kind of sad, in all honesty.
Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting an unknown Pokemon.
Yeah, I'm hunting butts.
I wouldn't exactly call that an anus.
You already got one of these, right? It's already been a while since I don't remember if you got one of these or not.
Well, if I did have one, it would have the little Pokeball symbol.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
You may have escaped me earlier, but I will catch you, Twitchy Tailo. Oh yes. No, that's the wrong one, Tom.
I was gonna throw a potion at it. You know, get its hopes up a little.
Maybe I won't be, enslaved today. Wrong answer.
That must be, like, terrible for, like, Pokemon preparing their kids, when they're about to go in the real world. Alright, just go out, be safe, and remember, if you see a guy with a red and white ball in his hand, run as far and fast as you can.
Even worse, like, maybe there's Pokemon that live in a secluded area, like, say, the Unknown Dungeon. They're not even aware of Pokemon trainers, like, existing, so that ball comes towards them, they don't know what it is, they probably think it's like a jelly donut.
And then probably when they find out that's what happens, the Pokemon in the Unknown Dungeon, they'll just start to kill anyone who comes in there. I thought you were going to name this Twitter, then I thought you were going to name this Twitch TV, and that's pretty sad.
It's a twitchy-ass Tailo, what do you expect? I keep forgetting you don't watch Game Grumps all that much, so literally every other Pokemon is going to be a reference to their failed Emerald run.
Well, hey, I got the Pellistorm reference, and I got the Jontron reference. Okay, well, Birch isn't technically a Jontron reference, but still. He's probably got, like, 3 Wurmples, though.
You joke, but that's probably the case here.
It's good to know that Wurmple has 2 things sticking out of his butt, just in case one of them gets confused, the other one knows where to go.
What is it with you and secret butt stuff?
I don't know, that's how they look in the overworld. They got their butts sticking up in the air, and we're looking for butts. You're sneaking up on butts. What do you want me to do?
This is how you record Pokemon commentaries, by the way. Focus on everything except the mechanics of the game. That's what people want to hear. Spoilers, that is not how you do a Pokemon commentary.
I mean, I get a bit frantic sometimes with my commentary, but I'm just trying to keep up the pace, so to speak.
Yeah, you gotta keep up with my 2 miles per hour diction over here.
Now, now that the badges are set where you only have to, you have to get 1 every 10 levels for them to keep listening to you, I'm afraid Shenzi's gonna go through, that awkward teenager stage. She hits level 20. She's like, I don't need you! Watch me do better! Fail, 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 fail.
Puts on a massive wig that just clashes over clothes. No, Mom, this isn't a phase, this is who I am.
I wonder if some of these Pokemon you catch think of you as, their parent, a surrogate parent, in a sense. I guess if they're really young.
Possibly.
It's like when you adopt a pet from the pound, and they start to think of you as their mother or father or something like that.
Nincada, by the way, is that Pokemon that evolves into, one of 2 Pokemon, depending on if you have a slot available in your party. If, you have a full team, it'll just evolve into Ninjask, but if you have a spot clear, you also get a Shedinja, which is a ghost and bug type, or a bug and ghost. One of the 2. And it's really creepy, because if you stare into the hole on its back, you lose your soul.
Now, apparently that's the rumor. I don't know, but personally, I'm not going to test it. Are you going to test it?
Well, we'd have to find someone who lacks a soul, first and foremost, so, Gen 1ers, maybe?
We'll need to find a Patsy. Hey, Patsy, come here. Who would stop a Pokemon from evolving? Has that ever happened in the anime? Somebody's evolving, oh shit, cut it out!
Actually, I can give you one prime example, Bulbasaur.
Really?
Yeah, Bulbasaur did not want to evolve into Ivysaur. There was an episode, dedicated to it.
No, but I mean, did it ever have the glow and then the glow just stopped, though?
Well, I don't know that specifically, but you could see the evolution energy starting to do its thing.
Now this punk right here actually interrupts us from trying to sneak up on what was clearly a Skitty's tail back there, and I won't forgive him for it.
Yes, Magician's Red will not forgive you, youngster Joey.
Yes, I am. It's my dog versus your rat, you know, just like when we tried this in real life. Did you ever try to play Pokemon in real life with your pets or whatever?
Not with my pets, no. Imaginary Pokemon on the playground. I think I actually told this story, like, way back in HellfireComms, where I'd be like, we'd play with the fully evolved starters, and players in massive quotation marks here. I'd be like, go Charizard, and they'd be like, oh, go Blastoise. Before they even finished, like, sounding out the word Blastoise, I'd be like, go Venusaur!
Yeah, I remember that. I believe you told that story when we were going through the, you know, that snowy area in Pokemon X and Y.
Yes, yeah.
I don't think I ever got that far because I would have had to have played some friends to know that stuff. But that was pretty much the bulk of my Pokemon experience until I actually got the video games. Then my imagination just started to die like every other kid.
And on a similar note, in Yu-Gi-Oh, when I didn't have any of the cards, because I wasn't sure if they were even available in the UK, I just drew my own on pieces of paper.
I did that too. And I drew my own. And we had a community deck that we played it from, and we had this one monster in there with 5,000 attack, 4,000 defense, and you always were trying to see if you could draw him first, because we didn't have the summoning cost for that. This was based on what we knew. It was on the anime at the time, which you could just play whatever level you wanted. So we got pretty broken pretty fast.
That was pretty jarring, because like the first season of the anime had 2,000 life points. The actual game is 8,000.
Yeah, and then later on they obviously went to 4,000, because we can't have them sit there and do an 8,000 game. Although these days, when you watch actual competitive matches, they can go down pretty damn fast.
Hello and welcome back to the Let's Play of Yu-Gi-Oh! Stairway to the Destined Duel.
Hey, that was a good one, though. I like Worldwide Edition, too.
Oh, that was the one with Battle City.
Oh yeah, that one was a really good game. I like that one.
Alright, we'll talk about Skitty, I guess. Helldragon.
Yes.
Did you know that Skitty can mate with a Whale Lord?
Gosh, I did not know that. Please continue to repeat that like everyone else has.
Please continue to leave it in the comments.
Even so, I think Skitty's a decent design. Like, the thing's cute, obviously. Probably one of my more favorite cats, although I do like Purloin, admittedly. But Skitty's a good middle ground kind of cat.
I have no opinion on it one way or the other. Its colouring doesn't scream normal type to me.
That's true. Didn't Skitty... No, Beautify learned Silverwind. Skitty learned some kind of super bullet attack it knew in the anime. I'm trying to remember which one it was.
I wouldn't use the anime as like a guiding force for knowing what a move is, because they pull shit out their arse in contests.
That's true, but still, I could have sworn it knew some move where it like charged up his fist and shot like a bunch of projectiles. I just can't remember what it was.
That might be either Bullet Punch or Swift.
I think it was Bullet Punch, because Swift usually comes out from the mouth, and I've seen enough Pokemon use Swift to know that. So, what'd you call this thing?
Let's have a look.
Dizzy. Did you name it after the video game character?
Actually, it's Pokedex entry. I was going to call it Miss Whale Lord until I looked at the the gender and thought, I don't want to have another Ralts incident here.
Well, I don't know. Maybe in some states it's okay to have a Mr. Whalelord and another Mr. Whalelord. Nope, no, I'm not doing that today. No thanks.
Yeah, we've got enough JonTron to be going on with. Oh, it's Mr. Briny, okay.
How do you walk a Wingull? Does it just hop alongside you?
It's got a little, like, a collar on with a string attached to it.
That would just be awkward. You gotta see that Wingull limp along really poorly. It just looks pathetic at that point.
It just hops along. Also, did you know that there are some people who walk their cats?
Really?
I'm not going to give you any examples, mostly because I don't know any off the top of my head.
Tom, do you walk your cats?
No, I don't.
They walk themselves. They walk me.
That would imply I ever go outside, silly Helldragon. Tricks up for kids.
Well, that was smart, dude.
Team Magma, everyone.
Well, at least we get to hear more of that awesome music.
Seriously, dude? The same Pokemon?
Yeah, just don't wear stripes with hoodies next time, is what I'm trying to say.
What, is there like a regulation on what Pokemon you're allowed to have? You can only have, like, Poochyenas, Mightyenas, or anything relating to, like, fire or ground.
It was probably the cheapest one they could find. I'm pretty sure I talked about this in Pokemon X and Y, but they probably just got, like, a whole bunch of bootleg Poochyenas, whatever they could get off the black market. Here, you get one, now go do evil, I guess.
This is Skeeter's time to shine. Enjoy it, because you probably won't be seeing him from Part 7 onwards.
Yeah, just shooting Poochyen in the heart over and over and over. The damn thing's gonna have a heart attack when we're done with him. Oh god, my calories!
Your calories?
Calories can help with heart attacks if you have too many, cholesterol and all.
Ow, my ovaries.
Ow, my jonies!
Just take the Peeko. Get out of here.
This is the end of my evil deeds. I'm gonna have to go work in the Pokemart for a living. How embarrassing.
I just want to see like a fully decked out Team Magma grunt working a Pokemart shift later in the game.
You just go up to him and he's like, pays the bills, man.
Yeah, I'm not on the clock yet. I do evening shifts for Team Magma.
So, do they ever really explain what the Devon parts are? Like, are they parts to a machine, parts to something else?
Since you have to take them to Slateport, I'd wager they're like for a submarine or something.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Then again, it could be anything, because Devon makes a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it's like a conglomerate co.
Caca.
Well, that's enough adventure. I ain't going out ever again.
Now, there are wild whimsers in this place, but none seem to want to attack me, so I dunno, lol?
Yeah, I think you will encounter one later, though, am I right?
Yeah. That was free, yeah, so you know I'm serious about this.
Yeah, remember, this tunnel is actually blocked off, and you can't really go back to it until later. The next gym is actually across the sea.
Thank you, helpful NPC. Just extrapolate what the co-commentator over here is talking about.
No, the cushion is next to him, dude. Come on, you're not supposed to sit on the floor like that. That hurts.
In Hoenn tradition, you're not allowed to look your elders in the eye.
What's weird is that they feel they can't do anything because they feel that digging the tunnel to Verdantberg or whatever would disrupt the Pokemon in the area. When I can get that for like forests and stuff, but how many Pokemon are really living in small tunnels like that, or caves or whatever?
Well, there's the aforementioned Whimsir.
Okay, that's true, and Zubats, I guess, but really, who gives a fuck about those?
This should be entertaining.
It's always good when they come up to you and they act all real cocky and shit, and then you just beat the crap out of them, put them in their place.
Remember the guy who had money? That was a laugh.
Oh yeah, Meryl, man. Now Meryl's actually classified as a fairy type, but I remember when we all thought he was Peekaboo.
Yeah.
That would have been an interesting type up, water and electricity.
Well, there's a few of those that exist, like Lantern, Lantern.
The one that came before Lantern, whatever his name was.
Chinchou, I think.
Yeah, Chinchou, yeah, that's him. I think they actually banned an episode with Chinchou and Lantern in it because it had, like, earthquake scenarios, and at the time in Japan it got hit by, like, a really big earthquake, so I don't think that episode has ever seen the light of day, personally.
There's, like, a few more of those, like, I think there's one with Skrelp, featuring, like, an abandoned or sinking ship, that got banned. Guys, stop making episodes that revolve around, like, natural disasters, or things sinking or exploding. Have you not learned by now?
Yeah, who on the development team is using their prophetic powers to make these episodes? I see an episode with a sinking ship. Well, he's the producer, might as well go do it.
I tend to forget that water has a little bit of a resistance against steel, which makes sense, because I'm not sure how fast steel corrodes, but it's going to get there eventually.
You ever tried to slash water with a sword? It ain't easy.
You ever tried to punch a bird?
I wish I was younger, so I could try that again, try to run up a bird and punch it. Come here, you little...
Well, mate, punching birds can be done at any age. Don't let the fact that you're, 26, 27 now get in the way.
I'm old enough, okay? Oh, hey, see? There you go. I was correct.
Oh, it's Whismer, as in whisper. I always get that mixed up. I call it Whimsir. I do apologize.
What is up with its eyes? I never got that. They're just like these weird crosses. Like, if they were turned 90 degrees, like, 45 degrees, the Whimsir would be, like, dead, you know?
I suppose it's to emphasize its gigantic ears.
Man, I thought Meowstic had big ears, but whoa! Calm down, dude.
God, Hellpower was born.
Yeah, it's just... It feels like we're about to capture this timid Pokemon and turn it into a deadly machine. Just kind of get it to break out of its shell, so to speak.
Uh-huh. Well, Exploud is pretty great.
And then Loudred. Loudred is the third one, right?
I will just quickly look this up so we don't have a Pokemon X scenario here.
You better call this thing Black Bolt, by the way.
Well, thankfully there's a name changer down the line.
Yeah, you better change it to Black Bolt, because that's really the only thing you gotta do with this one.
Okay, Whismur evolves into Loudred, and then it's Exploud.
Okay, Exploud's the last one, okay. Yeah, I know where we're going with this.
Do you remember the episode where Ash caught a Pumbloom?
Yeah, no, I don't think I have. I think Pumbloom 2 wasn't as good as Pumbloom 1. I don't think the casting was entirely accurate.
I was really digging that root music.
Oh well. Now I gotta go back and... We might as well get paid by this guy at this juncture, considering we did his busy work for him. Yes, I did, and that is called child labor. Good sir, I'm gonna have to report you.
Hoenn is fucked up. Like, IGN complained about the water. They should have complained about the child labor laws.
Man, and especially making them do child labor while in all of the water.
See, this is what I was talking about. The buildings seem, or feel at least, this might be kind of like a placebo effect, like, you know, the EXP share making the game easier, which it doesn't, let's be honest here. Yeah, I just, like, feel, because of the whole 3D nature, that everything's smaller.
The buildings are bigger on the inside than they are on the outside. I'm sure that appeals to you in some way.
It's because I'm British, isn't it?
I guess. I don't know. There's probably American Doctor Who fans. He doesn't have his own office. It's just like the end of this weird... I thought this was a hallway to begin with, but I guess not.
It's just one gigantic thing.
Like the entire top floor is his office at this point. He looks like a secretary at that desk because he doesn't have his own office.
This is Stephen's father.
Really?
Yeah, well, with a second name like Stone, you'd think it would be.
He's got that smug smirk on his face. I'm not sure if I like that.
I'm seeing a bit of a good old Helix in the background. You know that's still going? I think they're doing, like, a Omega Ruby right now.
Oh my god, really? That thing's not dead yet? Like, after a while, you know, like, at first it was great, but now it's just like, oh, it's here?
Well, I really enjoyed Twitch Plays Pokemon, and I feel a bit ungrateful going on about how it got old really fast. I think the thing that killed it dead was the fact that they went to Gold and Silver just like that. If they had left it like a month to let the hype train, like, go full steam on the tracks, it would have been much better.
Yeah, I agree. It should have had some time to simmer between games.
Are you ready for a Generation 5 reference as soon as I can actually find the guy? There he is.
Yeah, he's so generic and blends in with everything else. Oh, I see where you're going with this.
I think it was Fennel? It may have been Fennel. She was like Professor Juniper's assistant or something. Lives in the town of the first gym, if you're going by Black and White 1. Yeah, the Dream World didn't really go anywhere, gotta be honest.
That's true, and I always thought it was weird she was named after a type of onion. Fennel? That's not go... I'm getting this wrong, aren't I?
No, I get it. I'm just saying with all the name conventions in Pokemon, that's the one you kind of, like, point out.
Well, a fennel is one I recognize. It's like, I eat those sometimes. I like how that conversation with Maid back there just awkwardly died. Mr. Briny used to sail, and then nothing.
and then darkness.
Like, you were expected to continue on the conversation, but you can't because they didn't give you any dialogue options in these games.
Slow down here, just so no trainer randomly looks towards me.
Yeah, I don't want to disrupt the bridge, it's so sensitive.
I won't be fighting every trainer we come across, mostly because these routes can stretch on for quite a bit sometimes, but I'll do a little bit here and there.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, most of the people who are playing this game are probably already familiar with Ruby and Sapphire anyway, so I don't feel like we need to go over every single detail that comes up, except the new stuff, obviously. Okay, how does Wingle run? You know what? I don't even care.
That I am. That entitles me to one free boat ride. And I'm sorry, that's not how it works. That entitles me to one free boat ride.
Look, you gave me a coupon. You clearly drew this, but you signed it. You clearly forged that.
I have to say, and this is another nitpick, similar to the whole walking into darkness and then appearing into a new area, instead of it just being like one big overworld. They kind of cut short this whole cutscene. In the original, since obviously it's just a big overworld, you see the whole boat trip. Here it just kind of, you get the upbeat music, and then fade out.
Yeah, I kind of like the whole actually seeing the whole trip in the original version better. It makes the world definitely feel more connected.
I'll, freely admit that's a very petty nitpick, though, so, take it or leave it.
Yeah, it's very minor in the long run, I admit.
Swear to God, I was typing up a description for something, put in Brawly, and the autocorrect wanted to name him Broly.
Yeah, I'm fixing to say, because the guy has had 3 movies already. Come on, he doesn't need to be in another game.
Yeah. His fighting type's powers are maximum. Thank you, green-haired individual.
Alright.
Thank you, grown-up version of Clement's sister in the anime.
Thank you, woman I'm interrupting from what is no doubt lunch.
I don't know what kicks in these alternate camera angles. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. Who knows? Winter fresh.
I guess that's what the rays feel like?
Yep. Okay guys, we shall see you next time for the second gym battle of the game. See you then.